All right, I just want to share how I create social media posts pretty quickly and get ideas for some simple videos that I could create that promote different things that I've created. So I have a new CEU course out there that I created. Okay, so I just want to show you really quickly how I get some ideas for social media posts and how I create them pretty quickly. I'm Okay, so I want to show you really quickly how I get ideas for social media posts and how I generate some of my social media posts pretty quickly. I also use this strategy for coming up with ideas for quick videos or other things that I can create that will lead back to some of the courses that I'm building. So I have a new course that I just put out, the Busy BCBAs Guide, Evidence-Based Strategies to Make BST Fast and Fun. I'm going to pull the transcripts. So if you go to the description, you can show the transcripts. I toggle the timestamps off once they load. And I just copy the entire transcripts. I paste them into, this is a custom GPT that I've created, Applied Solutions Creator. Oh, this is, I'm just going to show you really quickly how I come up with some ideas for social media posts and quick videos that I can create that will lead to different content or courses that I'm creating. I created this custom GPT, the Master ABA Social Strategist, to help me out. Um, this is my newest course, the Busy BCBA's Guide, Evidence-Based Strategies to Make BST Fast and Fun. If you go to the description in most videos on YouTube, you can show the transcript And then you can highlight the entire transcript and just Command C on a Mac, or I believe it's Control C on a PC to copy. And you can paste it right into the GPT with Command V or again, Control V. I'm just going to, if you hold Shift and return, you can add in some lines. I'm going to give it some context. This is my new. So I want them to go see the social media posts and then go and register for the course. I'm going to give it a little bit more information. So the image posts are the fastest to create. So that's the bulk of my content because I don't have a ton of time to make videos, but I do want to intersperse some of the shorter videos. So I'm going to look for some ideas for that and we'll just see what it gives me. I created this to pull for the current trends in social media. There's a lot of POV and I don't know who needs to hear this types of posts. So it's automatically pulling up some of those ideas. Oh, I like this one. Things BCBA say when they don't have an effective training system. So this is CEU course is all about creating a system for training staff and parents so that you don't have to keep creating new content and you don't have to do all of the didactic training yourself. And I find that before I had access to some of those resources, I was showing them the same things over and over again. So I like this one. I already showed you this. So I like this one. This is something that I mentioned in the CEU course that we often do the modeling and feedback because we tend to do a lot of our training during supervision. And it's hard to do instruction and rehearsal during supervision. So that's an interesting one. And I could turn that into a Pinterest pin as well. So some of these I like. I'm going to just copy this. I'm actually not going to turn it into a video. I'm going to just turn it into a Facebook post. So I like a lot of this, but I don't like the emojis, so I'm just giving that feedback back to it. It's going to rewrite it without the emojis. Or it's still using some of the emojis, but that's okay. I can take them out when I go to post them. So this looks really good. It's giving me some ideas. I don't want a contrasting visual because it makes them too small most of the time. So you're just going to talk to it and figure out what it is you like about the post, I'm looking for a really impactful image, so I like that it says that. BCBA sitting at a desk looking overwhelmed with stacks of paperwork, an open laptop, sticky notes. I see this a lot. It doesn't generally give me good images, but let's see what it comes up with. So I like images that are like photos. Often it will give me these crazy cartoon type images that are not very good. Sometimes it can do well. Usually I use Canva to create my posts. That's not a bad image. I can find better in Canva, so I'm not going to actually use it. But what I'm going to do is copy the title and I'm going to go to Canva. This is the template that I use for most of my posts. I'm going to duplicate this page. I'm going to paste the title as the title and I'm going to paste it here. And I'm going to look for an element. And there are a ton of images that will work for this. I don't know that I want necessarily a ton of paperwork. I want maybe frustrated at work because the BCBA is frustrated by, and I don't want a video for this one. I'm going to do a photo. I kind of like her expression. She looks really frustrated. This one's bigger than I wanted. So you can scale them up, you can scale them down. Takes a little bit of practice. I like this. That's the information, the text on the screen to not be all the way at the bottom because in a lot of social media posts, when you're viewing them, the text of the post sometimes will be down here. So I want to make sure that it's not all the way at the bottom. I don't want to cover up her face though. Sometimes I will invert the colors so that the text is black and the background is white. I use an effect to get the background to do that. And it just depends on the image. I think this one looks a little bit better than having the black background. But it's entirely a style choice and just what you prefer. And then I just download it and I upload it to Facebook, and it's as simple as that. I then will go back to ChatGPT and I'll look for other ideas. It didn't give me a ton of ideas for this. Um, I could tell my origin or Epiphany Bridge story to kind of talk about the challenges I've had with staff training. That would be a really great video, and I can definitely do that. Um, I like this one. Let's see what it comes up with. And it remembered that I don't like the emojis, so it's not giving me the emojis, which is great. It makes it easier to copy over. This is great. Um, I like this a lot. I won't say tell me more in the comments. I'm going to give them the actual link to go register for the course. So I am careful in how all of the information I make sure is accurate. I make sure that it has my tone of voice, but the custom GPT does a better job because it's familiar with my tone of voice. I've already given it a lot of information about me and my business. So it is just a shortcut for me. So then I would do the same thing and create an image for this one. Duplicate this. I could have it say, are you stuck in a cycle? Are you stuck in the endless cycle of reteaching the same skills? Or this is one of the ones that came with the starter. I wish BCBAs knew this sooner. No, I don't know who needs to hear this, um, but I like this one better. BST made easy equals more time, better outcomes, and less stress. So I'm going to use that on my image. And this time I want somebody who is relaxed at work. This is the image that I use in my course. So I'm going to keep her. And I love how she's relaxed, but you can see how the text is a little bit harder to read because the black on her black pants. I can move it up a little bit. But this one, I think I'm going to switch back to the black background and the white text. And again, I just want this in the title so that when I download it, it's already titled. So that's how I do it. And I just keep creating, and I schedule out every Friday. I schedule out the following week's Facebook posts. I do one Facebook post and I schedule across Facebook, Instagram, sometimes LinkedIn, and sometimes Pinterest, depending on what the post is. Sometimes AI will give me some great ideas for creative videos. I didn't think that any of these ideas were very creative. So then I might just argue with AI a little bit. So I tell it exactly what I want. I don't think that any of those ideas are truly unique for the videos. If I'm going to take time to create a video, I want it to be something that's catchy, something unique that people are going to maybe be surprised about. BCBA training simulator, we're not going to be doing that. I don't think that one's very good. You're probably training all wrong. I don't think people like to hear that they're doing things wrong. This one might be good in the as in one of the videos where the one person plays two roles. And so I could be myself and then I could be talking to my past self. So that one might be a great one. And let's just see what it gives me for a script. So I don't like the punishment and reinforcement, but I would pull in an example that is something that I've seen a lot and use that example. I definitely have been in the place where I feel like I'm repeating myself, and they're just not getting it. They're not doing it. I love this phrase. How's that working for you? I once had a parent who decided that every time she questioned something that I was doing, she would think about her own strategies and she'd tell herself, how's that working for you? Because it really wasn't. So then she would start to shift her practice a little bit. So I actually love using that phrase. So I'm going to tweak the script a little bit, but I'm probably going to make this into a video. Hopefully you found this helpful. I don't want to take up too much time, but just really play around with it and look for creative ideas. Don't just take what it gives you, but really dig into pushing it to give you something better than what it just spits out. It can really get into some great ideas if you keep negotiating with it